Welcome to Flippin' Trinkets and Treasures. We are two Southern ladies on a journey to find new treasures. Every day is a new adventure and a chance to step into the past and learn about where we come from. To add to our growing collection of pretty things and make a few bucks along the way. This is our passion. It's how we make our living, and more important than anything, it's fun. So come along for the ride and we can travel our next adventure together. See you there.
All right, hi everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to our channel. We got another haul video for you today from Grandma's Attic in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Now there's I'd said it before, but there was a sentimental value to this store. It used to be in a different location, but I used to go with my mom, I used to go with my grandmother to Grandma's Attic when I was a little kid. And it was fun at the time because they were a little different when I first started going, because they had toys and all this different stuff, and I was a kid that liked books, so I would find books and whatever. But of course they've moved and they've changed how they run things a little bit. It's less of a consignment and more vendor oriented
And like volumized.
Yeah, they specialize in doing estate sales and things like that. Excuse me. But it was awesome. It was my kind of place. It was like full shelves, you had to dig, you had to look at everything to see if there was any value, and I love that. I like being able to find stuff in the masses, but I think we're ready to go. Make sure I had everything. All right, so let's get started. Hold on, let's do this. One of the first things we found, and y'all know we pick up Mexican pottery all the time. It's a thing with us. I first spotted, now there's two of these. There's a small one and a big one. Now these are some kind of, I don't know what they are. I'm sure they're for decorative purposes only, because you couldn't use these, just because of how that they're formed. It almost looks kind of like a pitcher that you would use, but it is marked made in Mexico somewhere. It's very light on the bottom down there. And this is the small one. Paid $2.50 for it. Super cute. I like it. And then we got the big mama. Same general colors. Same general colors. Similar style. Only this one, the top is a little bit different. Same concept. Technically, it would probably be something you'd use to pour. But it's marked Mexico as well. And I'm sure it's probably like a tourist piece, like but it's still really pretty, and I love Mexican pottery. I pick it up pretty much anytime I can find it. All right, moving along. Towards the beginning of it, we found this. It is a clover candy dish. It's clear in the bottom, and it's got this colored glass on the top. And I looked to see, I mean, it looks like it's actually a solid glass, not like flashed. That red?
Mm-hmm. It's made into the glass.
Because there's a little bit of a seam there. So I think it's literally just a different colored glass. But it's in my list of favorite colors. So, I always pick things like this up. It was only $2.50. So I really like that too. The colors, the shape. I don't know how much it's worth exactly, and it doesn't have any kind of markings on the bottom or anything, but it's still got some worth to it. And then mom found these little, what's this say? They're made in Japan, but they're salt cellars. These little teeny tiny things. They're adorable. We'll sell those together, right? Yeah. Granted, it was $5 for the both of them together, but they're so cute. And salt cellars have started gaining popularity, I guess probably since all this stuff with the pandemic happened and everybody was eating it at the house and not supposed to be touching things from other people. I don't know, but they're really cute. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is another one of those. It's a decorative bowl. There's a yellow on the sides with the black rim and a multicolor center. It's like let's see, it was orange, green, blue, and yellow with black stripes and white like lines. And this is actually made in Spain, which I like that too. I love colors. Colors make me happy. That's really cute.
Isn't that pretty?
And I'm actually interested to do some research in that. We haven't really done a whole lot of stuff with Spain. But we'll see what that does. Oh, yeah, are you gonna need another box?
I've got one over here.
Okay. Well, I got one over here too. Alright, so... Excuse me. Oh yeah. I think it's wood. Okay, Mom came across this, which I think is really neat. And it's a ship, like an old-fashioned ship with sails. Not a pirate ship, but some kind of professional ship. Anyway, it's called Nina, and it's actually made. It's made in Japan, but it's New Orleans. It's not New Orleans. It's just New Orleans, and it's an aged company that made. They made porcelain or glass trinkets and stuff like that, and evidently they made ships, which I didn't know. But that's really neat because it really shows the age of the piece. And it's got different signs on its sails. It's kind of interesting. I have to do some research on that too, which I think is part of the fun of finding stuff. Is a lot of times we find things that we've never seen before. Because we're constantly learning. That's been our big thing this entire time of starting this. Mother, you're off screen. You're like, it's okay. But yeah, finding things like that. I've heard the names of the companies, but I don't know their histories. And that's really what inspires us to actually do research on items, to learn more, to know where things come from, and that's part of the excitement of finding things in these stores. Okay. Now, I don't know if these are going to be worth anything, but another thing that I have a weakness for is horses. I love horses.
Yes.
I've always loved horses. And I found these coasters with horses on them. I mean, they're nothing special. They've got a little, holder. It's a metal holder.
And they're ceramic, aren't they?
And they're ceramic, yeah. They don't have any kind of markings or anything, and there's a set of 4. But I just love them. I love horses. And we'll make something on them. I'm just not sure what. Okay. I'm picking and choosing and leaving my favorites for last. I mean, I love all this stuff, but there's just some that I'm like, ooh. Okay. Now, that's nifty. You said this was a grease container? Okay. So we picked this up. This is interesting. And I wonder, what is it meant to be? A stove? With smoke? And a wheel? Well, it's a spinning wheel. It's, what was it made from? Made in Japan, Tilso, hand painted. But anyway, this is actually a grease, what is it, a grease catcher? Or where people store their grease. Turn it around that way. It's a spinning wheel with some kind of spout that has smoke coming out of it. But it also came with, it came with a set of salt and pepper shakers. That's my thing. Again, these were, no, one of them is missing their stopper, but it's not a big deal. But they're just miniature spinning wheels, and they're very, very, very vintage, made in Japan. But I think they're really, I've gone over the thing is, when I'm filming, I'm kind of tunnel visioned, and I see what I'm looking at immediately, but not anything that's around it. So I went over the table that she did, and she's like, oh, look at this. And I'm like, oh, okay, I was just there. Alright. Now, we found a coffee cup. Hand painted, handmade. But this one is made in Costa Rica. Hand painted Faster. I don't know what that is, but it's signed on the bottom. Faster. I don't know. But we haven't really done a whole lot of Puerto Rican stuff either, but it's very vivid and animated. I like the colors on it. Do you think those are age made?
Oh, imagine.
There were some little, not
rings.
cracks exactly, but yeah. Well, some of them are cracked. I mean, they're crackling like.
Oh,
Like here?
Is it crazing?
Yeah, because you can't even. You can't.
Yeah, that's age.
Well, maybe it is cracking. I don't know. But I wouldn't drink out of this anyway. It's not staining. And you can feel it. Maybe it isn't cracking. It's not all the way through though. Oh!
I don't feel it. I'll have to look at it again later.
Yeah. Alright, and then Mom found. Did you say this is press glass? Or no, it's not a seam. Art glass? Oh, it says it's a candy dish, but it's an art glass bowl. I would say it's a trinket candy dish, something like that. But what's interesting about it is this handle. Now I've seen that a couple of times, where the handle is like kind of cracked in the middle, and it's made that way.
Separated.
It's not a solid handle. And there's, I mean, I wouldn't say it's, I don't know, I actually need to do some research on it. I don't see anything on the bottom, but the colors is what really gets me, is that cranberry wine color with the pretty little, it looks like daisies on the bottom, or sunflowers, daisies or sunflowers right there in the bottom. But the colors is what, like, I'm always drawn to the colors. And these are super, like, really pretty. Alright. Okay. And then Mom found this fused glass plate. It's by Lori. Probably Lisa. It's by, Lori Siebert for Silverstone by DEMDACO. But anyways, are those lilacs?
I believe it is.
Yeah, because
The
they're
lilac
long.
bush.
Yeah, it's lilac flowers. And fused glass is pretty much where it's another one of those things where it has the textured back and the smooth front. But fused glass actually fuses textures and different pieces of glass. It depends on the maker and what they're doing. But it can just be like the fact that they have these petals, they're all separated and they're fused into the glass. Sometimes there's actual like rocks or jewels that are glass that are connected to the glass from the outside. Like there's just different types of fused glass, but this is just really pretty and detailed. Got the green leaves and the detailing of the leaves and the veins and these lilac flowers. It's just really pretty. It's also got this gold rim with green periodically. I'll show you the back. But it's just really nice and pretty. And I like fused glass. We've sold quite a bit of fused glass actually. But that one was pretty awesome. Now this is the last item from Grandma's attic. It was actually, I think, the last thing we picked up. It's really heavy.
You may help you?
I'm like,
It is a monster.
it is. And it's like some kind of, like candy dish or some kind of dish. It has a lid and everything, but it's art glass. It is a heavy, hand-blown art glass because it has a ponto mark down here on the bottom. Hey. What the? Oh. It is also signed on the bottom. That's signature right there. I have no idea what it is. Nah, that would take some time. Because I don't think this is it's kind of scribbled. But it's obviously writing. Woo! That's exciting. I like it when things have signatures. So this was actually made by someone. Now there is bubbles in the glass, like really big bubbles, but I feel like it's supposed to be that way. Yeah, it's a swirl on the bottom. Wait, is it a swirl? It's like a swirled flower. Mm-hmm. It's red, white, and blue. Yeah. Swirled on the bottom. But it's almost meant to look like chaos, I think. I think it's meant to look kind of messy, as if like there's something going on. And that's what the bubbles are like, showing the movement of it. Ooh, I'm actually really excited about this now that it has a signature.
What does it look like from the inside? Oh,
It's neat from the inside too. It's a lot more controlled on the inside. Mm-hmm. And the bubbles, there's one bubble per petal.
oh, neat.
There's a couple bubbles behind it, but it's interesting. I like that. Let's see, and the lid actually had some lettering on the center of it. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, but it's like H and A or N, something like that. Yeah, will you hold this thing? It's freaking heavy, I'm telling you.
That's a weapon.
Right in, I don't know if you can see it. Right in here, there's like lettering. But anyway, that's exciting. And look at that lid, like the colors. Oh, I'm excited about this now. It's got a signature. Okay, because usually when we find art glass, it usually doesn't come with a signature on the bottom, and that's usually like the key to makers, is that when they have signatures. Oh, that's nifty. I'm excited. Yay. Okay, now we have a few items that we got from... Oh, so where did we get this from? I usually say get some extra things from the Goodwill, which we did in a previous video. But this stuff is actually, I put like 5 things. We got it from another thrift store in Hogmansville called Grace and Mercy Thrift, and they're actually a group of women who support women who are in hard times or have like just gotten out of prison or jail and need help recuperating and kind of making themselves something in the community. So it's a really great cause. And we go there periodically. Probably not as often as the Goodwill, but pretty often. And we got a few things there the other day. And we do this a lot. There's usually, we find things from the Goodwill, and that's all fine and dandy. But a lot of times we don't find enough to do an entire video on it. So we kind of combine them into some of the other hauls that we do. Oh, okay, I lied, there's 6. Okay, so first item is a plate, and it has butterflies and ivy. It's a squared dish. I don't know if anybody would eat off of it, but it's really pretty.
It would make a nice trinket dish too.
Yeah, and it doesn't come from, it looks like it's there. It doesn't come from, or doesn't say like it comes from a specific place like Japan or whatever, but there is a number on the back that I'm sure gives its location. We could probably look that up and see if we can't find out where it comes from and who made it. But I really like that. I like pretty much anything with butterflies on it. Alright. Now this I thought was interesting. We only have one of them. And I'm pretty sure it's a candle, some kind of candle holder, but it's a special size. Like it's got a really big center. I don't know what kind of candle, maybe a tea light, but I feel like that would get stuck in there. I don't know. But it's got a very smooth top and a deep little base here. But on the bottom, it's textured and like designed to look like intentional crackling. I mean, they did it on purpose, and it's not full crackling, but it's also like it's like it's an inside-out crackling, if that makes sense. Like the veins of that crackling would be outside, so there's like you can feel the lines. I don't know. Ooh,
Is it indented?
a little bit, but there's also some kind of what does it say? Oh, there's a stamp on the back. Right, I don't know if you can see it. Right there, right there. I'm not sure what it says. You see right there? So we'll have to look closer at that. We can get a better idea of what this is too. And this is part of the game, If at first you don't know, you figure it out. All right, and recently we've been kind of doing a lot of brass bowls with cloisonne, and this is another one, but this one is actually, oh crap, never mind. It's made in India. I was going to say it was from somewhere else, but I'm wrong. Anyway, my eyeballs. I I can't wear mascara. It like makes my eyeballs so tired. So I'm like, what does it say? Anyway, this is actually a wall hanging plate. It comes with like a wall hanger in the back. It is the usual brass, but this one's a floral. I think it's roses with leaves. It's really pretty. And I just feel like these are so, I think that, and it's in their own way, they're kind of elegant too. In the way
very intricate.
Yeah. And they're just, you can feel the poison. And actually this one's a little bit more pronounced because I feel like you can, when you rub your finger across it, you can, I feel like the metal's scratching my skin. Like, it's interesting. But yeah, I love that too. Okay. Oh, sorry. You know what? I missed this one. This one actually came from Grandma's attic. Okay, we got a set of 4 of these goblets. And the reason I got them is because they're absolutely, I mean, they have to be hand blown. But they have, what is this called? Oh my god. Stem? It's not a stem, but basically that's what stem. But it's, yeah, it's thick and you can just see the quality of the glass. I mean, there's a couple of bubbles in it, but I just love the color, blue. And that's usually my thing. We got a set of 4 of these. I'll do a little bit more research on these to see how much they're worth. But a lot of times, there's some kind of glassware that we will buy and it just sits there and doesn't sell well. But a lot of times these special shaped glass, they go fast. So I don't see this one being around for very long. Okay, now for the good stuff. Hold on, let me restart this real quick. Sorry, Mom reminded me.
But it's beautiful.
It looks like it would glow. This is a compote bowl. Compote bowl? Console bowl. Alright, so.
I remembered the word.
I'll show you those in just a second. So we were looking in the section of new and they had a lot of uranium glass. And of course I saw this. It's a console bowl. And it's got the right color, but it doesn't have the age. And it doesn't glow. But it's pretty.
Make sure.
We did.
You did?
We did in the car.
Nope, it do not.
No glow. But that's okay, because it's still a really nice bowl. No chips that I can tell. And a lot of times when you find the consoles bowl like this, sometimes they're flash painted and they're missing some of the paint. But this one looks decent and cool. I'm not sure how much we'd sell this for, 15 to 17. But it's not bad. I'll take it. Alright. Now, the uranium glass that I was looking at. Ta-da! Now this is like some kind of an ice cream or, what do you call it? Not yogurt. Custard bowl. Now these were about $2 a piece. This particular style, I got a set of 9. And they sell for a decent price. A set of 4 does for about $20. So we're set to do some pretty decent profit on these. And of course, like I said, I got this style. And then I got a set of 8 of these. Look at that boy.
Oh,
that
awesome.
boy. That bad boy. Look at that glow. I love it. Anyway, again, these are ice cream or custard bowls. They had several different designs. And these are about the same price. And I feel like, ooh, yeah. Anyway, I was so excited when I found these. I was like, oh. I started putting them in the cart. And there were so many of them. And like I said, probably for a set of 4, about $20. And we'll do lots. You know, we'll do a set of 4 and a set of 4. One of these had, I think the other one actually had 9.
But what we just had,
yeah.
I think you said
a set of 4 and a set of 5, and this one was 8. Because this one had 9 as well. But one of them was chipped and I didn't get it. But, anyway, that's about that for all those. And you know, one of my happiest things in a haul video is if I have something that glows. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, if we get something that glows, we've succeeded.
Yep. And it doesn't often happen because you know, I think other people are fascinated by it too. And
Just depression glass. I mean,
yeah. But anyway, just saying. I think I've about reached my limit of business talk for the day. I'm ready to like relax for a little bit. And granted, I think I'll probably have to be editing these videos, so I'm so not done for the day.
I'll be
drafting, taking pictures. So anyway, with that said, we'll have another video for y'all in a couple days. A new location, new fun, new treasure to be found. As always, our eBay store is in the description, along with our Facebook and Instagram, and our emails there if you guys ever want to contact us or let us know anything. But with that said, I think it's time for us to say adieu today, and we'll see you next time.